So in this video, I'm going to explain about the Python variables and Python data types and how we can do concatenation in Python. So let's get started. So a variable is nothing but a reserved memory location to store values, and variables are used to store the data and memory allocated when the values are stored into the variable, and every variable must have some type. So for example here, if I say a variable called a, we need to store some value like this, right? What does that mean is here a is a variable, and 10 is a value. So as soon as I have assigned some value to this variable, there will be some memory location will be created, and this value go and store here, and this location will be identified with this variable, right? So that is a variable. Now let us see how we can how many ways we can assign these variables, and how many ways we can define the variables, and how many ways we can assign the values, and all we'll see now. Let's go open PyCharm. So this is my PyCharm. So here I will just create a new Python file. So here I will name it as a variables, and click on OK. Now it gives the editor. So let's see here how we can create a variables. So first let us see a is equal to, let's say 100. So let's say 10 here. So here if you go to Java or C++, when I create a variable, we must specify the data type. So that means we need to, before itself, we need to tell what kind of value we are going to store in that particular variable. But in Python, we don't need to specify any specific data type. So here, as soon as we have assigned some value into a variable, so that will be considered as an integer. Suppose if I say a number here, that will become considered as a number. And similarly, if I say one more variable, let's say here b is equal to, okay, so let's try 10.5. So this will automatically consider as a float or a decimal number. Okay, both are numbers. But here also we don't need to specify any data type. So this concept is called as a dynamically typed. So Python will support dynamically typed values. Means, so whenever we assign a value to this variable, so automatically the data type will be decided. So we don't need to specify the data type explicitly in Python, right? And similarly, I will also define one more variable. Let us say here name. So here I will write name here. So strings can be included either in double quotes or in the single quotes. So in Python, but in Java, we cannot store the strings in single quotes. So there we can just store in the characters. But here within the single quotes or double quotes, we can use to store the strings. This is right. And also we can store like this. Suppose let's say name1 is equal to, in the single quote also we can write a name like this. Okay, this is also right. This is also a right notation in Python. So based upon the data we provided here, that variable automatically consider whether it's a number type, whether it is a string type, and also we have also Boolean type. So let me create one more variable. Let's say b already there something. Let's say x is equal to, I have true here. So true means it is a Boolean type. So x will be considered as a Boolean type. So this is called as a dynamically typed values. So this feature is available in Python. So based on the value, it will automatically decide what kind of variable it is. Okay. Now I have assigned, I have created few variables, and also I have assigned some values to those. Now I will print those values. So if I want to print these values, I have to use a print command here. In Python, we have a print command, and Python 3 versions, we have to put the parentheses. This is mandatory stuff. But in Python 2 versions, we don't need to put the parentheses. Okay. So here I will print the value of a, and similarly I will also print the value of b and also other values. Now here I'll print the b, and here I'll just say name, and here I will print name1, and I will print one more here x. Okay. Now let's run this code. So now you will get exact values. Now we can see a value is 10. Then b value is 10.5, name is Pavan, name 1 is Kumar, and the last one is true, right? So this is how we can just declare the variables with some values, and also we can just print those values. Okay. Now in Python, we can just define the variables and assign the values in different ways. Now I'll tell you a different way. So for example, here I have created multiple variables with multiple values, right? But suppose I want to create all of them in single line. So instead of writing this multiple lines of code, I can just write all the variables and all the values in single line. Now how we can do that? Let me show you here. So here I have, let's say, A, B, C. A, B and a name, right? So I can just directly say here A is equal to, or A comma, right, and B comma C. So let's say name. So here A, B and the name. I'm taking three different variables. A comma B comma name equal to, just we can specify all the values by separating comma. Now in the A I will just store 100. In the A I will store 100 comma. In the B I will store, let's say, decimal number, let's say 10.5. Now in the name I will store some name here. Now you can observe here. So what I have done here is A comma B comma name. These are the three different variables, and followed by three different values. So now here 100 will be, just a moment, right? So 100 will be assigned to the A, and 10.5 will assign to the B, and Pawan is assigned to the name. Okay, so in Python it is possible. So if you have the different values for each variable, we can assign like this. Now we can directly print those values. Let's say print, and we can directly specify A comma B comma C. Now all the values will print one after another. Now this particular statement, okay, so here I'm just writing some comment here. So I will write some comment here. So this statement assign 100 to A, right, and 10.5. So 10.5 to B, and Pawan. So here I have given Pawan, right? So here the Pawan is a keyword, so string, and this will assign to the name, assign to the name variable, right? And here we have done multiple values to multiple variables. So multiple values to multiple variables. Now I have printed A comma B comma C. Now let's run this code. So for now, okay, let it be. Just I'm running this code. It is giving some error here. So what I can do is I need to just remove the about code. Not C here. It is actually name, right? Now let's run this code. Right. Now we can see the output. So here A 100, B 10.5, and the name is equal to Pawan I have assigned. Now I have printed all the values side by side. So 100, 10.5 and Pawan. So three have been printed. Right. So instead of creating multiple variables, I can just write all the variables and including the values with single line. Okay. For example, so I have a same value for all the variables. Let us say I have a same value for all the variables. In that case, how we can do that? So I have a same values for all the variables. How we can do that? So we can do like this: A comma, right, B comma C, A comma B comma C. If I follow the above notation, we can just write like this, right? So 10 comma 20 comma, if it is a string, or if 10 comma or 10 comma and 10. So observe this. I have assigned the same value for all the variables. Like A is 10, B is 10, and C is also 10. And this is also right notation. Suppose if I print here, print A comma B comma C, it will just again print 10, 10, 10. So when I run this, it will give you 10, 10, 10. This is a right notation, but here we can also still reduce this code. So instead of this, what we can do is, I will just write one more. I'll just comment this. We can say A is equal to, B is equal to, C is equal to 10. So this is how we can do that. So if we have multiple values of variables, we can just follow these notations, multiple variable names and multiple values. And if you have same value for all the variables, and then you can just say variables A equal to, B equal to, C equal to, and finally specify the value. The same value will be assigned to the A, B as well as C. Now when I run this code, it will give you again same thing. Okay, so this is how we need to do. Now I'll show you one more thing here. Let me just put some line here. Right, so here I have two variables. Let's say x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2. Right, so now what I want to do is I want to swap these two numbers. I want to make a y. I want to store y value into x, and I want to store x value into y. So how we can do this? It's very simple in Python. So with single line of code we can do that. Let me show you. So just say here y comma x is equal to x comma y. Okay, simple. See now what happens is first y comma x, these two are the variables, equal to x comma y. So first x will be stored into the y and then y will be stored into the x. So this is how we need to assign the values. So here what happens is, so assign y value to the x, so y value to the x and x value to the y. So here x value assigned to the y and y value will be assigned to the x. So after that we can just print those values by using print command, print x comma y. Now what is x is here 1, y is 2, but it will print 2 comma 1 after exchanging. Now run the code. Now we can see, you will see 2 comma 1 output. Okay, so we can also assign the values like this. So in Python, so these many ways we can define the variables and we can assign the values to those variables, right? So now let's move on to the next one, data types. So normally in the Python there are multiple data types. We have like number type, string type, list type, tuple, dictionary and boolean type. But we don't need to specify any specific data type. So based on the data, that will be treated as whether that variable is belongs to number or string or list, tuple, dictionary or boolean. Okay, now in this video I'm just talking about numbers and string and boolean, and rest of them we will talk about in the next videos. Now let us start with this data types. Okay, now here I will create one more file, Python file. Let me close this and let me clear this. So in the PyCharm I'm going to create one more Python file, and here I will name it as a data types. Let's see what are the different types we can have in Python. So here I will just create two different variables. Let us say x is equal to 100. So as I said before, as soon as I say x is equal to 100, so x will be treated as a integer variable. So in the number itself we have two ways. Okay, one is a integer, the other one is float. In Python, when I say number is a data type, so we have an int and also we have a float. So int means without decimal number and float means with a decimal number. It's a fraction number. Okay, and whenever, suppose if I say without decimal number, that will be treated as an int, which is also again number type. And when I say suppose 100 dot something here, this is a number, a decimal number, so which will be treated as a float. Again this is comes under the number. Now here I will just say x is equal to 100. What kind of type it is? It is an int type. Okay? This is a int type of a variable. Similarly, I will also create one more. Let's say x is equal to y is equal to, and let's say 10.5. This is a decimal number, right? It will treat it as a float type. It will treat it as a float type. And similarly, I will also create some more different type of variable. Let's say yes. So yes is a string. So here, if I put anything in the double quotes, that will be treated as a string. Now, when I say welcome, so yes will be considered as a string type, right? So this is a string or char type. Now I will create one more variable for booleans. Let's say b is equal to, and I will put true. So in the boolean, it will allow us either true or false, and t for uppercase letters. Now this will be treated as a boolean. This will be treated as a boolean type. Now I have created multiple variables with a different type of data, and here we haven't specified any data type because Python we don't require. So it will dynamically type means it will automatically consider the, based on the value, it will automatically consider the what kind of data type it is. So here x is int type, y is a float type, s is again string type, b is a boolean type. But how we will know whether this is considered as an integer, float or string or boolean type? How we will know here? So in Python, we have a method called as we have a function called as a type. So by using that function, we can easily find out what kind of data type it is. So let me write here. So let me write a sums colon to know the type of variable. Okay, we have to use a method called as a type method. So let me just use it here to know the type of variable. So what kind of variable it is? If you want to know, I need to use a type function in Python. So simply just type print type of x. Okay, print type of x. So x is a variable which contains some integer value. So type of x means it will return what kind of data type it is. Let me just run this code. Now here you can see class is int. So that means this variable is belongs to int type because we have stored a number without decimal. Now similarly I can also write one more command. So let's say here this is y. So when I run this again, so this will give you class type is float. So that means it contains a decimal number. And also I will write same thing for yes string and also for boolean. So let's say b here. Now let's run this code and it will give you exactly the same thing. So the first variable is int, second is a float, and third one is string. So it will be shown as str, means it is a string, and the last one is a boolean. So that will representing as a bool. So these are actually Python data types. So based upon the data we have stored in these variables, it will treat it that particular data type. So for example, 100 is a number, so it will treat it as an integer. 10.5 is a number, and it will treat it as a float because it is a decimal number. And welcome is a sequence of characters, put them in double quotes, will be treated as a string, str. And true is a boolean value. We can store either true or false. Now we can type all the we can know all the types of these variables. Okay, so this is about data types in Python. So most of the times we use number or string or boolean. So these are the data types we have in Python. So other data types like list, tuple, dictionary we will discuss in the coming videos. Now let us see about concatenation in Python. So how we can do the concatenation. So just now we have discussed about different data types, right? So concatenation means a joining. Okay, let us see how we can work with this concatenation. Let me just open PyCharm. So again, I will create a new Python file here under my project. Go to the new, create Python file. So here I will name it as a concatenation. Concatenation and click on OK button. Now here I will just write a small piece of code. Let us see now. So when I say here, observe this carefully. So print 10 plus 10. So plus is a concatenation operator. Okay. So when I say 10 plus 10, so 10 is a number, 10 is also number. Both are same, exactly the same type. So it is a valid statement. So if when I run this, it will give you 20. So this is the valid. This is valid. Now when I say a print, let's say 10.5 plus 10.5. 10.5 plus 10.5. So is it valid? Yes, it is valid because first one is number, second one is number, and both also decimal numbers. So when I run this code, it will give you 10.5 plus 10.5, it will give you 21.0. So this is also valid statement. So here we need to understand we can concatenate two same formats. Suppose two integers we can concat, two floats we can concat, two strings we can concat, or two booleans we can concat. But other types we cannot concat. Okay, let's see what are valid things and what are invalid things. So here I have just added concatenated two decimal numbers, so this is a valid. Now similarly I will concatenate two strings. Let us see here. Print the first string I will give a welcome and concatenated plus, and here I will just write Python. So now I have created two strings. I have concatenated two strings. Now when I run this code, it will give you welcome Python. So that means it is also valid. It is able to concatenate those two strings. Right? Now let me just add this now. See this. This is a scenario. So print I will just say 10 comma 10.5. So is it valid or not? So 10 is a number. 10.5 is also number. But 10 is an integer, int type, and 10.5 is a float type. So let's see what this will give. Whether it is valid or invalid, let's see now. Run this code again. So what it is giving, exactly it is printed the same value. Sorry, it is not comma. You have to do concatenation, right? So now run this code. It will give you 20.5. So what it is treating here is 10 is a int, 10.5 is a float. But still both are belongs to number only, right? So that's the reason it is able to add these two numbers. Okay, so if I use a plus operator between numbers, that will be doing arithmetic operation. It will add those two numbers and it will perform the output addition of those two numbers. And if I use the plus operator between the two strings, it will just concatenate. Okay, now this statement is also valid because both are belongs to number. And now I will write one more statement. Let's see here, print, and this time I will use a boolean. So let's say true. Okay, true plus 5. So is it valid statement or not? Let's see. So true means in Python it will be considered as a 1, and false means it will be considered as a 0, right? So when I run this code, okay, now it will give you 6. So output of this statement is 6. So how it is calculated? So as I said before, true is a boolean and the value of true is 1. So 1 plus 5. So it returns 6. So this is again valid statement. This is again valid statement. And similarly, if I write something called print, okay, a true plus true. See this, true plus 2. So can we add two boolean values? Let's see. So true means 1 and true means 1. So 1 plus 1, what is the output we will get? Let us see. So when I run this code, you will get 2 as an output because true means 1 and again one more true means 1. So 1 plus 1, it will returns 2. So this is our again valid statement. Okay, so this is again valid statement. Now I will write one more thing. Let's say print, right? So false, I will just now say false plus let's say 10. False plus 10. So what this will return now? False means 0. 0 plus 1 again 10. 0 plus 10 0. 0 plus 10 10 only, right? So it will print return. It will return 10 and it is also still valid. Now run this code. Now we can see 10 here. Okay. So these are all statements are valid. Now come to the invalid part. So these are all comes under the valid statement, right? Now what are the invalid statements? Let's see here. I will just join one integer and the other one is a string. See this. These are all two different types. 10 is an integer or number type and welcome is a string type, right? So when I run this code, this will give you an error. See now what is an error it is giving. Just let me just read this error. So it will give you not valid. So type error. This is a more important. So type error it is giving. It's giving type error. So why it is giving type error? Because it cannot join two different types. So the Python cannot join two different types. So 10 is a number, welcome is a string. So both are different types. So that's the reason it is not able to join. So what is an error we are getting here? Type error. So type error. This is the first error we are getting in the Python. So when we will get the type error, if you concatenate two different values, two different type values, and then we will see type error. So this is again invalid statement. This is a not valid statement. Let me comment and I will write one more statement. Let's see this. Print and 10.5. This is a decimal number. And again I will concatenate with some string. So this is also invalid because one is a number and the other one is string. So this will also give you the same error. So type error. This will also give you type error because both the types are completely different. Type error. Now I will also write one more statement. Let's say print, right? So this time I will use boolean, true, right? So here I will just say string. Okay, now you can see here. True means 1. True means 1. And welcome is a string. So both are different type, right? So this will also give you the same kind of error. Let me run this code. Run concatenation. Now you will see the same error called type error, unsupported operation types. Okay, so these are all invalid statements. So concatenation is possible in Python only within the same type of data. Okay, so that's the point we need to understand here. So here I have listed out what are all valid things and what are all invalid things. So here both are numbers, so it is valid. Here again both are numbers, it is also valid. And here both are strings, so it is also valid. And here one is integer, other one is float, but still both are related to the same number, and this is also valid. Now in these three cases, true is considered as 1 and false will be considered as a 0. So 1 plus 5, 6, it will return 6, this is also true. And 10 plus false, so false means 0, 10 plus 0, it returns 10, so this is also true. And 2 plus true, so true means 1, here true means 1, 1 plus 1, 2 will return, so this is also valid statement. And these are invalid statements. So this is a number, this is a string, so it is throwing not valid error. And 10.5 and string value, so this is decimal number and this is a string, again this is invalid. And the last one, true and welcome. So true means 1, so welcome is a string type, so we cannot concatenate those two, so this will also throw not valid and type error. Okay, so this is all about concatenation in Python. Okay, so that's all for this video. So thank you all. Please subscribe my channel to get more updates on this. Thank you all.